Good morning. I am here today to share with you a special order that I received from a very sweet lady. She wanted a kit put together, and she saw one of my older videos where I sold the pocketbook kits. And so she asked me, could I make her one in the pinks and the mint green. So that's what I've done for her. And she also requested fairies for her theme. So I found some beautiful fairy images, and I let her pick the one she wanted on her cover. And so this is what I came up with, and I wanted to share it with y'all. And I did ask her last night when I spoke to her if it was okay if I videoed and showed everybody what I made. So she gets to see a sneak peek before she receives it, because I'll be mailing this out this afternoon. So this is your cover, and I think it turned out so sweet. I just love this image that you chose. This precious little fairy with the butterflies and the pink flowers here. I think some of them are roses. So pretty. I just love it. And then I had already put her some little charms on here, and she did ask if I didn't mind to give her some little charms. And so I had already made this beautiful little dangle charm out of, this is a piece of broken jewelry, and this is a little pendant, and then this little tassel here. So I thought the colors are perfect, so I had to include that on the cover for her. Also, I've given her some extra little, she told me she loves charms, so I have given her some extra little charms in her little goodie bag, and I'll share that in a minute. And the background fabric that I've used has the baby pink and the mint green little rosebuds. They are so sweet. And then I have just trimmed it in some little trim here, pink and white trim, and some little mint green and white ruffled lace trim that I had in my stash, and some seam binding for the little closure, and then a little rose up here that I added a little bling, and this mint colored ribbon that I love that has the gold, and I added some leaves behind there just to, to make it fuller. Thought that was so pretty and so sweet. I love the little shimmer on the ribbon, so pretty. And at the bottom underneath here, I've given her some little pink dangle. So sweet. I just love the way it came out. And I'm going to show you the inside. Now this is what's going inside after, before I send it. That's what's going to go inside. I'm going to share that with you. So I have attached your closure here in between, so it won't be going anywhere. And this is a large book. I told her this. I made this special for her. I did this one much larger than the ones I did, before in my sale. This one it just came out larger, and she has been such a great customer of mine through my Etsy, and I had done, this is the second time that she's purchased just through me, without having to go through my Etsy. So this will be her third purchase from me, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for your orders. I appreciate you so much. So I wanted to do this extra for you. So this is the pocket. I've used this lace, and a lot of you have seen this lace, and a lot of you may have this lace because I had such a large amount, and I have shared it with so many people, and I'm still using it. Pretty pink lace here on top to make the pockets. This is some little eyelet trim at the bottom, and then this little trim went perfect with this trim. So I just chopped off the lace to make it smooth across the top here. And then in the corners, I had some little mint trim here that's got a little sparkle of silver in the center. And I just added the little pink flower with the pearl on top. I put that in the corners. And then this is some vintage trim that I had in my stash that I went all the way around the edges. You see what large pockets. These are very large pockets that I will tuck all of your goodies in. So that's your pockets. And I'm going to move this aside so I can show you your goodies. First of all, I'm going to send you 2 extra little fairy images here that you can play with your other goodies I'm sending you. Those are so sweet, and they have the colors that you asked for. The mint and the pinks, so cute, so you can play with those. Right here we have the little mint green bundle. I wonder if I should just not I'm going to try just to not have to undo them because it took me a minute to get all this fixed. I'm going to just flip through if that's okay. This is some baby mint green trim here. Okay, that's one. This little trim here, this is very sweet too. This is beautiful lace in the mint green. Giving you some of that. And this is the trim I used on the inside. I've given you some of that to play with. There's a piece of it. The tail came out. I'll fix that back. This is some little, it's like a little clover trim in the mint and white. So I'm giving you some of that. This trim here, the mint green with the little white down the center. This makes a beautiful spine if you're doing a book or something. And then you have this beautiful mint trim. See if I can get under here and show you the detail. Look how delicate that is and how gorgeous. That would be beautiful on a spine also. That's so, so pretty. This is a double layer ruffled gathered trim in the mint green and the white, and this is vintage. I've seen you several vintage trims. Okay, and then back here, this is a wide lace. Let me just pull this one out. This is beautiful. This is a wide mint lace that I'm sending you. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now this is also vintage. So pretty. I will tuck that back in. And I'm sending you some shimmer. It's like tulle. This is shimmer mint green that you can play with. Here I'm sending you some more extra fabric. It's a different print than what's on the book, but I do think I put some of this in also. This has more of your mint greens, and it has a bigger flower. Yeah, I've sent you a good little cutting of that. So that is what I had in the mint. I will fix this back. Okay, and then for your pink, I've given you a piece of this applique here that you can cut up and play with. I've given you some of this trim here that I put on the cover. I've given you a good bit of that to play with. This one here, you can put a ribbon. This is a baby pink. You can put a ribbon down to the center here, like a white or cream color. It's so pretty if you want to do that, or you can use it as it is. Let's see. This baby pink here is beautiful for trimming, edging your photos, or however you wish. It makes a really pretty tassel also. This pink here, this is vintage. Let's see if I can get my fingers under here. It has the little rose, and it's super, super soft and delicate. You need that one. This one here is another baby pink. And I believe that's also vintage. I have so many vintage in my collection. This is an eyelet trim in the baby pink. Giving you some of that. This is a ruffle, an elastic. It's on elastic, so it's very stretchy. Little ruffle trim here, which is also very sweet to outline your photos. Okay, this is another trim that you can run a ribbon down the middle. It's beautiful. Look at the detail. That one is gorgeous. You can add a ribbon down the center. And then you have this one, which is a little bit, wider than I think the last one. This one is gorgeous also. A lot of detail. And then I've given you some checkered fabric, baby pink and white checks. So sweet. I've given you this lace, of course, that I made the pocket with. And then the fabric that I made the book out of. So pretty. Oh, and then back here, I did give you some of the stripe, the baby pink and white stripe. So that is your pink bundle. I will fix this back before I send it out to you. Okay, and then I have made you a little cream colored, ivory colored bundle, and I've made you a white bundle. So let's see what we got over here. I've got you some vintage gathered lace here, gathered ruffle. That one is very old right there. It's got that stiff. It's not really bad stiff, but it's got that little bit of stiffness to it. You can tell it's very old. This here is beautiful. This is a shimmer ivory trim. You could cut these and use these, individually, or you could just use it as a trim. It's beautiful. This is vintage also. I use this one quite a bit. It's one of my favorites. It has a little bit of shimmer in each little scallop. Excuse me, y'all. I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay, I'm sorry. Maybe it's past. And this is another vintage trim. Beautiful. And then this one here. Gorgeous. And then this one. This one is a little bit wider lace. It's got just a little bit of stretch to it. And then here, I may have to take this out. Let me just take this one apart because I want you to see these. These are so, so pretty. Okay, that's where I left off. I've given you some dangles here. Look how pretty that is. Look at those dangles. And the top of it has the little flowers. And you can add you some little buttons or sequins. Not sequins, I'm sorry. Rhinestones or something, in the center of your flowers. Give me a piece of that. And then this is vintage also. This wide trim here. So that's going to be your ivory bundle. And then for the white, let me go ahead and take this apart too because it's hard to show these in detail because I did give you some really pretty ones. Okay, first of all, giving you this little tiny white. So pretty. This here, this is gorgeous. And there again, you could add you a little center in the middle there. I've given you some roses. And you can use this, as a trim, or you could cut these apart and use them however you wish in your projects. Beautiful. It's got that shimmer to it. And I believe I've given you 10. I think there's 10 roses there. This is gorgeous. This is vintage. It's ruffled around the edge, and then you could run your ribbon through here. Any color ribbon you choose would be gorgeous in here. And it is kind of wrinkled. Like I said, this is vintage, so it's been packed up, and you can just take your iron on low and just put a little bit of heat. You might even use your hair dryer and just smooth it out with your fingers in the places where it's kind of folding over on itself. I've given you a good piece of that. That's gorgeous. I love that. Here I've given you some flowers. Dangle flowers, and you can always cut these apart here, and they will, they'll have movement, and they will, truly be a dangle, or you could just use it as is. So pretty. Excuse me. Now I've given you some more dangles here. I love these. These I just recently got these. They have a shimmer, and they're beautiful. I just love it. I love the movement. So shimmery. Here's a wide lace. Isn't that pretty? This is vintage also. I absolutely love that. That is gorgeous. And last but not least, this one. Super pretty. You could use this, you could cut this individually and use these for just like a little dangle or something, but use some flowers up here and make a little corner bouquet. It's super pretty. So many ways to play with that one. So that's your white bundle. And I'm going to show you your little bling bag. I've made you a little bling bag here that you can accessorize with. I've tried to give you a variety of your colors here. I've given you some of these little, I'm not sure what you call these little, they're flat back, but you can glue these, or they do have the little holes through them. Like if you wanted to put that on a charm, or a if you're making the little stick pins or something, you could run a pin through there. Let's see, there's your other green. So I've given you 2 greens and 2 of the pink. I've given you 2 of these little applique flowers in the pinks. I've given you more charms here. Now this bunch I gave you, I did in silver. This one is in gold. This one says made with love, and it has a little heart and a key. I love that one. That is just so sweet. I've given you a feather, since you love the fairies. I've given you the feather, and then I've given you a crystal, a pretty crystal. So you know you can take these off and use them individually if you don't want to use them in the cluster. So however you wish to use those, you can get you some of the little bulb pins and use them individually, or however you wish to use them. I've given you 2 of the little hearts to decorate with, and I've given you 2 of the flat back pearls. These are the larger ones. I love these hearts. I love both of them. They're so pretty. I've given you some baby mint roses. They're so sweet, and I didn't have, that's the only 2 I had, so I'm sending them to you. And I'm giving you some baby pink roses. I'm giving you 2 of the little baby pink bows. I'm sending you some of these. Now these have the mint green leaves, the white with the mint green leaves. I'm giving you 2 of the large pink rosebuds. These are so pretty. They're like satin. So pretty. And I'm giving you 2 of the cream roses. So I hope that gives you a variety of things to play with, to accessorize your little goodies that you make. I want to see what you make with these goodies. I hope that you will send me some photos of what you make. So I would love to see what you're creating. So, and then she also is purchasing one of my books I've had for a while. In fact, I made it last, not this past Easter, but it was last Easter. But it could be like a spring. It's just like a spring journal, and it is one of my favorites that I've ever made. And so she saw it, and she said, I want that one. So I was just going to give you a quick share of this. It's been a while since I've showed it. It's one of my favorite journals that I've made. I absolutely love her. It has the most precious images in it. Little girls and the barn animals, and they're so sweet. So this is the back, and it has all the fluff. It has all of this fluff. Oh, this is one of my favorites. So I have just a little soft tie here on the front to hold it together because it's a chunky. This one has lots and lots of laces and details to it. So that's your cover. Look how precious the little girl is, y'all. When you open it up, oops, my little cards are going everywhere. So it has some little farm animals. Like I said, this was I made this for Easter in springtime. So it's got some little Easter. It could be spring or it could be Easter. Look at these sweet little cards, y'all. And I can't remember whose kit I used or whose images. But these were some images I did purchase. In a pocket here, just accented with some little flowers. This is super springtime colors here in this book. Look at the little eggs and the baby ducks. It's so sweet. Look at that. Isn't that so sweet? The little duckies. I just love it. Here I've used part of that applique that I'm sending you. I've just put it on a little pocket on the edge here just to give it some color. This is like a little mama ducky here. She's so sweet. Love all this fringe. Love it. Look at that precious little girl. Look at her. She is just adorable. How can you not love her? It's a little butterfly, some flowers. I love how full this book is. It's just so yummy. This is your centerpiece. The center pockets here. Some little bows with some pearls. Some little pearl trim here. And then, of course, here. Look at these images, y'all. Are they not precious? These little girls are adorable. Love it. You know I love all the birds. I love the animals. So sweet. Look at that other little girl. Adorable. Another ducky with her chicks. So sweet. Another pocket here. This one made me laugh. This one is just too cute. I just love it. So adorable. And we're at the back. Lots of little duckies and chickens. So cute. Thank you so much again. Once again, I appreciate you so much for your orders, for watching my channel. And I hope that you enjoy these goodies. And I hope to see y'all again soon with another video. I'm fixing to be working on my design team projects. So I hope to see y'all again really soon. Hope everybody has a great weekend. And also, I would like to announce that I will be doing my drawing for my Paris hop. I will be doing that drawing over the weekend, and I will try to get my video up by Monday. I know everybody has a busy weekend with Father's Day. I will try to have my video up by Monday morning, so be looking to see if you won my giveaway. I'm giving away 2 prizes. And if you haven't seen the video, you still have time to go and watch. You have to be subscribed. You have to leave a comment and let me know that you were there. You have to hop to each designer's video. You have to comment on their video to be able to enter into my drawing. And I will go and check and see who has commented on each designer's videos. And that's how I will do a drawing with the people who have watched all of them and commented. That's how I will do my drawing, and I will announce the winner on Monday. So good luck, everybody, and I will see y'all again soon. And thank you again so much for your purchase. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.